That's about as legal as driving a space shuttle. In the first year of us doing Savage Garage, there were so many things happen that you look at and you go, that must have been written. There was no way that happened, but it did, and it was just one of those things where we had everything ready to go. We were lucky enough to catch it on film, and it was just amazing experiences. And when I think of crazy, ridiculous things that happened that we posted on the channel, there's one that really sticks out as like just absurd. And in that first year, one of the stories that I always think back to that I just look at and go, geez, was that absurd? I cannot believe we got away with doing that, and I can't believe we made a video on it. And that was when Randy drove the SVC off-road trophy truck on public streets towards the Las Vegas Convention Center when we were in there for SEMA. So this all started when we went down to Los Angeles for Fuel Run Midnight Run. Annually, they always do a late night run through the night from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. And we did that. It was a great time. We took the SVJ. And the final stop for the rally was going to this place called Tivoli Village in Las Vegas. And we were going to get lunch there, and everyone parked all the cars real nice in this area. And it was a great way to end the rally. And I guess Randy had asked his business partner from SVC Off-Road, Jarrett Valenti. He races these short course trucks on a couple different competitions off-road. And he asked him to bring the truck there. It was supposed to just go to SEMA because there was a booth there for SVC Off-Road. But I guess Randy asked him to bring it here just for the hell of it. Why not, right? Because it's definitely, I mean, keep in mind, like, this is a race truck. Right? This is not something that was based off of an F-150 or some other kind of like hardcore off-road. This was a completely purpose-built short course truck to race off-road. When I was younger, I used to play around with the Traxxas 1/10 scale short course trucks, the four-wheel drive ones and they were a lot of fun. And this was the upscaled version. This was the 1/1 scale, the real thing. And he brought it there. It had just been recently painted. It had new wheels on it. Looked really good. And we were taking a look at this thing. We did a small bit for the video talking about what it was and SVC as a company and what the purpose of the truck specifically was and what race series it went in. So a little bit of time goes by after we filmed that bit. I'm eating lunch, and somebody approaches me. I don't remember if it was Jarrett or one of the other people that was with us. And he says, "Oh, Randy's going to drive the SVC truck. He's going to drive it to the convention center." And I went, "Of course. Why wouldn't he?" And I immediately, as soon as I heard that, because when things like that happen, maybe you got a couple minutes to get all your stuff ready, like all your camera gear, whatever you want to film, you got to get it real quick because none of it was planned shoots. This wasn't like a TV show shoot or anything. We did a whole bunch of crazy shit and we just happened to catch it on video in a way that was fun to watch. And this was no exception. I grab my camera, I run to where my bag is sitting in Randy's SVJ that we had driven on the rally, and I grab a GoPro out of it, throw a battery in an SD card, and I run over to where the truck is, and Randy is, putting the 5-point or 6-point harness on, he's strapping in, and I just walk up to him like, "Randy," I'm holding the camera, he's like, "Randy, what are you doing?" And he just says, "Hi, welcome to Jackass," welcome to Stupid Hijinks with Savage Garage. But he's getting ready in this car, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I know it's only like a 20-minute drive, but this thing has no business being on the road. Because as I said, it's not based off of an F-150 or any other truck. This is a purpose-built car, and it's so wide. I don't even know how it fit in the lanes, but it's built to go off-road. The suspension on it is extremely soft, so if he were to go around a corner and gun it, the outside wheel would lift up. Yeah, it was meant to have a ton of travel. So this was not something that you'd want to have on the street. Doesn't mean it wouldn't be fun, but it's not something you typically equate to, this is a good idea. I got in the SVJ, and Jarrett, the one who brought the truck, he's driving the SVJ in front of us. So he was leading the way to the convention center. And Randy starts this thing up, and it's just the whole thing is just shaking. You can hear all the different pieces on the suspension just like clicking and articulating. I hit record on the GoPro, and we just filmed him driving there, and let me tell you, I can't think of many other times that I enjoyed more than filming that. I just couldn't stop laughing at it. Because every single chance, you gotta realize, every single chance that Randy had, if we went around a corner, if we went onto an exit ramp or an on ramp for the highway, he's gunning it, trying to get the whole suspension to kick over so he can three-wheel the damn thing. It was just hilarious to watch. One of my favorite clips from the big long GoPro clip was right when we got out, he just starts going left, right, and he's just like, jolly, huge smile on his face because the whole truck's going like this. I remember when we were driving, there was a point where we saw a cop that we knew we were gonna pass. And this was right before we got off the highway to go to the local roads to get towards the convention center. And we see this cop and we're like, oh shit, we're gonna pass this guy, man. This is not gonna go over well. And we ended up blocking him in with the Savage Garage big truck and trailer. We put the SVC truck behind the trailer in comparison to where the cop was. So the cop never saw the truck, but of course I'm sure he just heard the like going by. But the truck and trailer was so big that you couldn't see it. One of my favorite lines that Jarrett said while he was driving this thing was, "That's about as legal as driving a space shuttle." And I was like, "Yep, that sounds about right." And it was amazing, man. And once we got to the convention center, I get out of the SVJ. I'm out of breath from holding the camera, but also just laughing. And I just go, "All right, Randy. So that was that." And he gets out of the car and he's like, "That was awesome." He was just over the moon. Yeah, he didn't know what to say. He was, trying to sound badass and, just make it sound like, this is all normal every day. But he couldn't keep the grin off of his face. The whole time he was kind of just laughing once he got out. He's like, "I can't believe we just got away with that shit." And of course, because it was SEMA, nobody cared. In fact, it looked completely normal, especially around the convention center. And there was a purpose, believe it or not, unlike a lot of things, there was. And it was to get the truck to the booth it was supposed to be at SEMA. So, we saved the time of loading it on a truck and trailer or however else it got there. But yeah, there was a purpose to this. But the way that we filmed it, the way that we made a video out of it was, to say the least, a lot of fun. When I think back to some of the crazy hijinks of Savage Garage, especially in the first year, that's one of the things that stands out to me.
The Simple Lease from Premier Financial Services is the most powerful tool in the world of exotic car financing. You get all the benefits of a lease, like the tax preference as well as the low payments, plus the benefits of a traditional loan. You can build up equity, pay it off at any time, and along the way you'll know exactly where you stand with their easy to understand amortization table. Premier's amazing nationwide team is standing by and ready to help you own your dream car in a way that's easier and more affordable than you could ever imagine. Whether it's a vintage Porsche, a modern McLaren, or a multi-million-dollar car collection, Premier is here to help. They've been supporting VINwiki for the last 6 years, and we certainly love them for that, but even more so, we love them because they make it easier and more affordable than you could imagine to own your dream car.